All right. Thank you very much for joining me for this short little snippet on public speaking. Our word for the day is confidence, right? Because we all know public speaking is one of those things that people do not feel confident. I want to talk to you a little bit about confidence. Where does it come from? I'm going to really go deep on you here. But most importantly, I want you to understand that whenever it comes to public speaking, what I have found in my coaching practice is most people just jump right into the how. How do I look? How do I sound? How do I write my speech? The truth of the matter is if you struggle with any degree of public speaking fear, 73% of the population supposedly does. If that's you, it's not about your how. You have to get to the foundation of the word confidence, which is about your who. It's about who you are. Do you know who you are? And do you know what you bring to the presentation? So no matter what it is that you're thinking about, it doesn't matter what you're presenting. You have to understand your who. Let me break it down for you a little bit. I want to write. Drew, can you come over here and just help me a little bit? Thank you very much. Hold that up. Thanks. Yep, hide the camera. All right, so we're going to get into a little Latin etymology, right? All right, so you know what etymology is, right? Okay, you're a college student, of course. Shoot. All right, so let's break down the word confidence, okay? Let's break it down, the etymology. So con comes from the Latin root, actually calm, which actually equals or means with or together, right? The feed comes from the Latin word fides, which means faith, belief, trust. Okay? And then last but not least, we're going to hold it up just a little bit. Sorry for covering your face. Its. Its basically is a suffix, English, and it just means, shoot, I forgot what its meant. State, quality, action. So, confidence, the word itself, with faith, belief, trust in your state, quality, and action. It's about you. It's about who. Confidence can't be found outside. It has to come from the inside. You were awesome. Thank you very much. Let's take a further look at this. Let me pull up my slide here. So let's take a look at this. I call this exploration of the 6 W's of public speaking. Your who, your what, your why, your when, your where, and your how. I know you're saying right now, Coach Jones, how doesn't begin with a W. That's right. I underlined it ends in a W. And that's my point. You can't worry and focus about the how if you want to give a confident presentation until you fully understand your who, your what, your when, your where, and definitely your why. So your who, what, why, that is what I call brand. That is something, those things are things that you control. The when and the where, logistics. Those things change. What do I mean? Well, when are you speaking? Are you speaking early in the morning when people fall asleep and nod off, right? Because they haven't had their coffee? Are you speaking after lunch where people fall asleep because they just can't seem to stay awake after they had their big meal? Those things matter, and they will constantly be changing. Where are you speaking? Are you speaking in a boardroom? Or a conference? Or are you speaking in a big auditorium? Those things are going to change. So you can't really get wrapped up and worried about that in terms of your confidence. But your who, your what, and your why, that's your brand. Those things can only come from you. Who are you? Why are you here? And what message are you bringing to change the world? Or whatever it is that you're trying to change or impact, correct? So your who, your what, your why. I want you to always think about that. And there is your little homework assignment. If you're watching this, you didn't know you were going to get a homework assignment because that's how I roll. Do you really know who you are? I know that sounds crazy, but inside who you are, can you, in 3 words, can you tell me who you are? And I'll tell you why that's important, because The me that you see needs to be the me that they see, your audience, your clients, whoever you're presenting to. You want them to see what? I was asking for testimonials and I asked for, hey, tell me, what you thought about my presentation. And a president of a company said, I thought you were inspiring. I found you to be funny and I found you to be relatable. And when I heard that about myself, I went, hey, I always want to be that. Those are my three. I want to be inspiring. I want to be funny. And most importantly, I want to be relatable every single time I step in front of a camera, a stage, a microphone, whatever it is, right? What do you want to be? Who is the me you want them to see? Who are you? That's important. There's a wonderful quote that I love. We ask ourselves, whom am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Marianne Williamson said that first, I believe. It's very important that you know that. So here's your homework in 3 words. Who are you in 3 words? And are you brave enough to ask others? Maybe find 5 or 6 people who know you really well and say, well, who am I? Who do you think I am? How would you describe me? How do you relate to me? Do they think you're funny? Do they think you're very serious? Do they think you're really intelligent? Do they think you're articulate? Do they think you're inspiring? What do they think about you? Because that perception is going to become your reality every time you walk out. And it also will give you more confidence about who you really are. That is where confidence comes from. And that is what I encourage you to do. So, confidence. Let us review the Latin etymology. With faith, belief, and trust in your state, quality, and action. That is where you will find your confidence in your who.